Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur TV show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page. And you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. Now listen to this. These two thugs are once again back in the news, and never for anything good, right? So Travis and Gregory McMichael seek acquittal of hate crimes convictions in Ahmaud Arbery's murder. Defense lawyers argue that the killing of Ahmaud Arbery, a black man, did not happen on a public street, and that the elder McMichael was not proven to be as racist as his son. Say what now? I'm sorry, not as racist as his son. First of all, he and his son are racist, and so is their daughter Lindsay, right? And the wife too, I'm so sure. Now, they go on to say, I mean, this is just another attempt, honey, to get them out of the trouble that they brought upon themselves. That's all it is, okay? This report came out today, just a few hours ago, so listen up. So they go on to say Gregory and Travis McMichael, the white father and son, convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, filed requests for acquittal of federal hate crimes convictions handed down by a jury last month. Now, Travis McMichael's motion for acquittal filed Tuesday focuses largely on arguing that the killing of Ahmaud Arbery and other crimes against him did not happen on a public street. I'm sorry, is that supposed to make a difference? Federal civil rights laws over public spaces. McMichael's attorney argued in a 43-page document that because it didn't happen on a public street, they should not be held liable. Is that what they're saying? Now, the Georgia street where Arbery was cornered and fatally shot to death is part of a subdivision, and the county never expressly accepted the dedication of the street, according to the motion. Gregory McMichael's 12-page motion for acquittal uses the same private street argument. Now, his attorney, however, also disputed the jury's findings that the elder McMichael chased Arbery because he was black. While testimony proved Gregory McMichael, that is, had a history of racism towards black people, with one witness testifying that he had once said he wished all black people were dead. Now, the government nevertheless failed to demonstrate that defendant Gregory McMichael harbored any specific animus toward Mr. Arbery, according to the motion. Now, so the lawyer added that the government proved that Travis McMichael had used racial slurs. That's because we had the text messages, right? We had all of the text messages and also his social media posts, mainly Facebook. Now, they said that he was proven to have used it, Travis that is, but did not bring the same evidence against his father. Well, I would think that witnesses who said that his father said he wished all black people were dead would be evidence, but I guess not. So the government also failed to supply the jury with any evidence that defendant Gregory McMichael associated African Americans with criminality. In fact, during a career in law enforcement spanning over 2 decades, the government provided absolutely no evidence that defendant Gregory McMichael displayed racist attitudes in the presence of co-workers, subordinates, and supervisors. Well, that's likely because they all did it. And so, of course, they're going to stay on male code and not tell them the other, right? Prosecutors on Thursday had not filed a response to the motions. Now, last month, after a day of deliberations, a jury found the McMichaels and their neighbor, William Roddy Bryant, all guilty of the federal charges they eventually faced. Now, or they individually faced, including hate crimes, attempted kidnapping, and the use of a firearm to commit a crime. Now, the conviction came 1 day before the second anniversary of Arbery's murder. The McMichaels and Bryant chased Arbery through their coastal Georgia neighborhood in trucks. The 3 men who spotted Arbery running by their homes in February of 2020 cornered him, and Travis McMichael fatally shot him with a shotgun. Now, the McMichaels and Bryant were free for several weeks after the shooting. They were arrested only after the video that Bryant recorded was released, and the case was taken over by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. Now, the federal hate crimes trial centered on the history of the 3 men and their racial bias, a motive that prosecutors in the state case largely avoided, even though Arbery's killing gained national attention at the same time that the United States reckoned with issues, including racism and bias in policing. Let me tell you something, honey. These thugs, like, really just go ahead and do your time. You did the crime, now do the time, right? But it's so funny that they want to sit up here and go out here and kill folks, do a whole modern day lynching, and then now they want to play the victim. Oh, he's not as racist as his son. First of all, his son is racist because he's racist. That's why his daughter Lindsay is racist. Let's not forget, she went out there with her callous self and her depraved mind and took a photo of Ahmaud Arbery's bloody dead body as he lay in the street. Travis McMichael said effing jigger after he killed Ahmaud Arbery. The father stood there and did nothing. They all pursued him, hunted him down like an animal. And yes, his father is equally as racist as him, probably more so because he's older. I mean, aren't they all Klansmen? Didn't they have Klansmen stuff and stickers and all that stuff on their cars and trucks? Did they not? Didn't they have the Confederate flag on their license plates? And they didn't want that to be shown to the jury? Of course they're racist, and they had racist ideology. And of course they chased Ahmaud Arbery down and killed him because he was black. That's exactly what they did. Because from footage that we saw a year ago when this was all going on, we actually saw white people going up to that same property, looking inside, walking inside. And they didn't bother to chase them down and hunt them down and kill them. That's what they didn't do. So, of course, they did it because he was black. And, of course, Gregory McMichael is absolutely just as racist as William Roddy Bryant, who hates black men and hates the fact that his daughter's dating one, and Travis and his daughter Lindsay as well. So they can miss us with it. Now they want acquittals? No, what you need to do is go sit in a cold, dark, drab cell, right? And do that time. Because you darn sure did the crime, devils. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all. And also, be sure you drop me a comment to let me know what you think about this. I mean, the nerve of them to be trying to get off of it, right? Gregory McMichael they're trying to get acquittals now. I find this all very interesting. I find it all very interesting. You know, they talk so tough and they do all these nefarious things thinking that they're going to get away with it because, you know, that's the history in this country of depraved-minded, wicked, savage devils going out and committing all types of heinous, egregious practices and things against black people and then getting away with it. So he thought, Gregory McMichael's, he likely thought he was going to get away with this. And so did Travis and William. You see, the reason they thought they'd get away with it is because Georgia is a stand your ground state. And so they thought, we'll just kill this black man and we'll say that we fear for our lives. That's the ticket. We'll say we fear for our lives, that we thought he was a criminal, that he seemed to be suspicious as he was going in that building, that house that was under construction. Even though Mr. English, the owner of that property, never told us to be in charge of it or to be trying to pursue anyone that may have trespassed onto the property. Even though no one gave them the authority to do that, they took it upon themselves and they did it, like I said, because they thought they could get away with it. But since they haven't, and since they got convicted, now they want to cry foul. Isn't that something? This is just what devils do. And we should never be surprised when we see wicked savages like these thugs here doing the things that they've always done throughout history. And at the end of the day, you know, it was really such a cover-up. And the two prosecutors, right, Barnhill, right, and George Barnhill and Jackie Johnson, yeah, that's why they got in all that trouble, because they absolutely tried to cover it up. That's the reason that this didn't come out until months later. But, you know, they seem to have gotten a slap on the wrist because, yeah, they were found to have done nothing wrong. They were found to have done nothing wrong, you know, as per usual. I'm not surprised. But if either of these devils gets an acquittal after this, we should all be very, very upset. Okay? I mean, are we just going to give them the go-ahead to go out here and commit modern-day lynchings? And that's just what it is. That's absolutely what it is, a modern-day lynching. Funny, they don't want to sign that anti-lynching hate crime bill, right? A few of the Republicans didn't want to go along with that. They had so much to say. They want to uphold this nefarious system of wannabe supremacy, and they want to continue to demonize, vilify, and murder black people at their will. And they think they're going to continue to get away with it. Oh, but they won't. I guarantee you, they won't. So that all being said, everyone, please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, so enjoy the rest of this day, and I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.